But Bladed, I thought you weren't going to make any more list videos. Did you actually watch that video, you little I said I wouldn't force myself to make list videos. I never said I'd stop making them, because at the end of the day, a large majority of my subscribers still enjoy them. After all, a good craftsman never blames their tools. I finally realized that it's about time I stopped blaming my content for my creative shortcomings. If I truly value myself as a content creator, then I should be skilled enough to turn even the most mundane of list videos into the greatest meme-riddled garbage ever. It won't change the fact that it's still garbage, but damn is it going to be the most beautiful garbage you'll ever see. So, whatever, I'm gonna shut up, stop whining, and move forward. So without further ado, here are 5 types of car guys at car meets. Starting this list off is none other than the newbie. We've all been there before, and some of you guys may still be there. When it comes to the newbie, they're either really shy about approaching others, or quite the opposite, and never shut up as they drone on and on. And there's actually something I'd love to touch up on in regards to being a noob. When it comes to cars, you can know everything there is to know about them, but still be considered a noob at car meets. The thing is, what you know on paper doesn't always translate directly when talking with others. You may struggle to find a way to put your thoughts into words, especially if you're an introvert. Here on the internet, a lot of us are connected to each other by cars, but in person, especially at car meets, there is also an emphasis on socializing. Don't get me wrong, everyone there could probably talk about cars for days on end, but also remember that listening is just as important as talking. The best way to grow out of the noob phase is to learn from others at the meet and listen to their interactions. The easiest way to get involved is to take things slowly. I know it's tempting to want to run the show, but if you're new on the scene, that can make you come off as a douche. Keep in mind that people aren't there just for you. We're all there because we share a common bond as car enthusiasts, so come join politely and we'll welcome you openly. The Snark. This know-it-all isn't your average know-it-all. His focus isn't on educating the uninformed, but rather insulting them instead. There's a high chance he has an inferiority complex and suffers the need to constantly correct people. It goes without saying that being a snark makes you quite the buzzkill. A lot of noobs may accidentally come off as a snark, especially if they just drone on and on and on about how much they know about cars, and constantly correct others for the most minor of details. There is nothing wrong with showing your knowledge, and it's a lot of fun to completely nerd out with each other, but do it in a way where you're not trying to make everyone else around you feel stupid. Remember, focus on educating, not ridiculing. There's nothing more discouraging to a new enthusiast on the scene than to be made fun of and feel stupid because someone had to go on an ego trip and crush their enthusiasm. The Hoonigan. The Hoonigan is a free-spirited beast, and boy oh boy does every car meet have their own Hoonigan. They do whatever they want, whenever they want. They're just there to have fun, and you bet that they're going to do anything they can in the name of fun. They love being the life of the party and having all eyes on them, from revving to burnouts to donuts and even drifting about. The Hoonigan is quite the thrill seeker. The best part is, it doesn't even matter what car they own. They don't discriminate. In their eyes, all cars deserve to be hooned about equally. And let's be real. Even though I would consider myself to prefer meets to be classy and tame, part of me is also yearning for the hoon life, as whenever I see someone doing stupid things, I can't help but feel entertained. It's almost like we're all secretly waiting for something stupid to happen, and lo and behold, something stupid happens. However, as much as we love to see hoonigans do stupid things, sometimes it can cause legal trouble and even cause meets to get shut down. So to all the hoonigans out there, hoon responsibly, my friends. The Lurker. The Lurker isn't to be confused with the newbie, as unlike the newbie, they aren't even trying to interact with anyone at the meet. They just show up and walk about, staring at all the cars there, silently judging them and murmuring to themselves. No one at the meet even knows their name or what they're going on about, but for whatever reason, the Lurker keeps showing up time and time again. In one of my old videos called 5 Types of Car Guys Rare Edition, I mentioned that some lurkers are just young car enthusiasts who don't even have a car yet, but they love being around cars and other car people. Honestly, I'd like to think that they're just shy and they feel really awkward showing up to the meet on a bicycle that they just tied around a tree instead of in a car. Most of these young enthusiasts will be what keeps the car community alive as the decades pass by. They're our future, so do your best and inspire them and make them feel welcome. I do understand that a lurker is probably watching this video and is probably thinking that it could be just as insensitive to bother them than it would be to just leave them alone, since maybe they just want to take pictures peacefully or something. To which my response is, bitch, do you think we just gather our cars together so neatly so you can take pictures for free? Nah. The price is social interaction, boy. Don't you be eyeing up my girl Callie without talking to me first. Whether you like it or not, we're gonna approach you. So we're gonna slowly convert you into car enthusiasts. There is no escape. You'll become one of us. One of us. One of us. One of us. The elitists. I see a lot of elitists here on the internet. But sometimes you find them in real life as well, and let me tell you, they are way more annoying in real life. The elitists love to make fun of what car you own and what engine / transmission / options it has, like they like to make fun of your trim level and so on and so forth. For example, on the Euro scene, anyone with a base model BMW, Mercedes, Porsche, whatever, they've probably heard the term poverty spec. Like, I've heard people call base model 911s poverty spec. Like, come on, it's still a freaking 911, which half the time is better than whatever car the person making fun of it even owns. And anyone with a V6, Mustang, Camaro, or Challenger is probably sick of people telling them, "Should've got the V8, I can't believe you bought the V6. I can't grasp why elitists make such a big deal over freaking options. Everyone has their reasons for buying their car in whatever spec they wanted. It's their money after all, not yours. The most common reason I've heard for choosing the base model is that some people who actually track their cars purposely pick the base model since it's lighter and they don't need a ton of fancy gizmos that they don't even use, which will just end up weighing their car down. For example, my brother who owns a base model Camaro SS, that's exactly why he picked it. He didn't really find a need for the 2SS, he's just like, that's extra weight I don't really need. And someone's probably thinking, what, that's only like, 50 or something pounds. Hey, if you know anything about the car enthusiast community, it's that 50 pounds does indeed matter to us. If you really need an extra $10,000 in options, then go for it. I'm not here to say that you shouldn't do that. However, just make sure that you're actually going to get genuine use out of those added features. Don't just do it for bragging rights. Like, don't just be like, oh, I got the navigation package. Look at this cool GPS that I have. Oh, you're such poverty spec for not having it. Like, only buy as much as you need. Don't make fun of others for what they did, because chances are they worked hard for what they own and they only bought as much as they needed. So if anyone makes fun of your car's options, they're probably just an elitist, so don't pay them any attention. They're not worth your time. Another thing that elitists drone on and on about are transmissions. And to anyone watching this video, buy whatever transmission you want. So far in real life, I've never met anyone who's gone completely AWOL about why you bought an automatic or manual. They may ask kind of tentatively, like very politely, like, hey, why'd you decide to go with the automatic? Or, hey, why'd you buy it in manual? Because they're just curious. And at the end of the day, there's nothing wrong with curiosity, and they might just be trying to start a conversation. So answer them politely, and like I said, in real life, most people aren't snobs, but occasionally you're gonna meet the snob, and just ignore them, because always remember this, it's your money, and it's going to be the car that you're going to live with, so buy the one that you want. So here's a little advice from your friendly neighborhood internet stranger. As a YouTuber, if there's anything I've learned from the internet, it's that no matter what car you buy, and no matter what car you own, and whatever spec with whatever options, you can never make everyone happy. So stop. Don't try to make everyone happy, because the last time I checked, they all aren't going to be the ones spending their money and parking the car in their garages. So buy the car that makes you happy, not others. It's your money, your hard work, your time, and your car. So do it for your happiness. And everyone else who's worked hard enough to get their own car already knows how stupid it is to insult others' cars. That's why in person, hardly anyone is an actual elitist, and the only elitists that I've met so far don't even have a car in the first place. It's usually just a salty teenager who's trying to live vicariously through your actions and is disappointed you didn't make the decisions they wanted to make. Like, they'll be like, oh, if I were you, oh, I would have bought the Shelby. Why'd you get the California Special? Just spend like a few grand more, get the Shelby GT350. It's like, well, you're not me, I'm me. I did what I did. When you get the money that you want, you go ahead and do what you're you're gonna do. You know, stop telling me what type of Mustang I should have bought and go get the Mustang that you are going to get. You know, it's okay though, as someday they'll stop living through others' lives and live for themselves and buy their own car instead of trying to force others to do it for them. A good example of this is whenever I meet teenagers who complain about their parents buying them a Toyota Corolla instead of their super awesome Lexus RCF that they wanted. Like, if you want an RCF, go get it yourself. Be grateful your parents even bought you a car. It was their money in their garage and their time and their work, so they can pick whatever car they want to give you. Be thankful for every single second that Corolla runs for, because that car will carry your ass back and forth to work, to school, and maybe even across the country on road trips for the next coming few years. And when the time finally comes, you'll thank that derpy compact car one last time for all the memories it's given to you in the past few years, because after a ton of hard work, you've now found yourself with the keys to an RCF that you've always wanted. And this time, it's because you bought it with your money, your hard work, and it'll be parked in your garage. So don't you dare be an elitist and tell other people what they should have done. We all know what we've done, and we know why we did it. So focus on what you need to do and how you're going to do it. So go get your dream car and stop wasting time criticizing others and their dream car. Having said that, there's so many more car guys I wanted to talk about in this video, but holy crap, some of these entries dragged on way longer than I thought. By that I mean the last entry. Part 2 for sure, definitely part 2. However, wow, that's becoming way too common line for me to say as of recent. How many part 2s have I made? I'm too lazy to check right now, so someone comment it down below and I'll pin it or something. Honestly, you could probably lie to me and say I've made 69 part 2s or something, and I'd probably still pin it anyways because I'm an immature little who still finds that number funny. So if you can't get enough of car guys and non-car guys, make sure to check out this playlist. Anyways, thanks for watching, and as always, see y'all next time. Blade Angel out.